Hello, everyone. New year, new you. Let's reboot your career in 2021. I have 5 attainable steps this week to follow to help you obtain your career goals. Now, the new year is always a great time to start your New Year's resolution. However, did you know that most people don't reach their resolution by the following year? And it's just our human nature. Sometimes we set really lofty goals, and sometimes we don't have clarity in what we really want. And today I invite you to do all of the above. Get the clarity and really get deep into what is it that's important to you in your own career goals. And so I'll talk about some steps. And of course, there's so much that can go into these steps, but right now I just want you to think about the basics. And as you know, don't overwhelm yourselves, because that's where we kind of fall into these pitfalls. If you want change all at once, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. The process is sometimes slower, but the slower you take it, the deeper you get into the clarity that you need for that perfect career, the goal that you want to attain. And so we're going to help you, and my team can help you get clarity on that. All right, so the very first step is just getting clear and understanding that you have to rewrite your story for 2021. That is, who do you want to be? What are your values? What is really important to you? And now I know that a lot of you had many challenges last year, and we all did. And, in a certain way, we all had the challenges together. And so we can really rely on each other to help us through the process of what's that new story for 2021. And so I decided to release this video today because, as you know, you start your resolution January 1st. But I really want you to check in with yourself and say, where am I now? Have I attained some of the goals that I set out? And if the answer is no, it's okay. It's time to reboot your career and reboot your New Year's resolutions. Fantastic. So let's rewrite your story. And that's just recognizing that you have to do that in February. All right. So 1 month into the year, here we go, February. The next step is letting go of what didn't work for you in 2020. Now, again, all the challenges, they were unexpected. Some of us became teachers for our children. That was me, by the way. Some of you encountered very difficult financial situations. Others lost their job, and not by choice, or got their hours reduced. And those changes are very difficult. I recognize that. Not only do I recognize it in multiple levels, but I understand that the process of change is not easy, especially when so much has happened in the past. And some people could say, well, what is going to be different this year? Because sometimes it feels like a repeat of last year. Well, the thing that I need you to focus on is that you have to have a new perspective of letting go of what didn't work, really letting go of those habits, letting go of maybe some of the things that were wearing you down. Things like maybe you need to get up earlier every morning, or your health. Maybe because of everything that's been happening, you've let go of your personal health and well-being. And while we remember that if we want to be the best leaders, if we want to be the best in our career, we have to take care of ourselves first. So those are some examples. Letting go and having resiliency. Resiliency means that you're going to fall. You're going to make mistakes. Things are not going to be perfect. And actually, this is a skill set that is in high demand for employers. They want people who have resiliency and who have the ability to be flexible and change and pivot with the times that we're having. So I want you to learn to really do that. Fall down, get up, be resilient. What's next? I want you to move forward. And doing so is really going to open up an array of new ways to create empowering rituals to further your career. The third step is create your New story from your heart. That is, what does your heart say that it needs? And that takes a little digging in a little bit deeper. Sometimes, and things that you can do is meditate. I also recommend that you join professional associations. This is the perfect time. If you're feeling alone out there, if you're feeling like you don't know where to start, that you feel stuck, maybe you've already recognized you're ready to rewrite your story. You're going to let go of all the things that didn't work. But you also need to be surrounded by people that can help you rewrite your story. And so don't do this alone. That's the next step that I'm going to definitely recommend. Don't do this alone. This should never be done alone. The greatest people and leaders out there always have coaching, and they say it. So be aware that you're not going to do this alone. Fantastic. Step number 4, you will practice daily gratitude affirmations. And this is really important because sometimes we look at the things that we have lost last year and not the things that we currently have. So if you're here and you're watching this, that alone should be a reason for you to be grateful. You're here, you're with us, you're reaching out and you're doing something to move forward. And it's one of those things that if you don't practice it daily, you lose track of what's important to you. You lose track of what am I going to do for my future? So daily affirmations of gratitude is great. And again, mentoring is great. Someone mentioned that. Thank you, Arturo. Hello. And I want to mention that they can help you also along through this process, because sometimes when you talk to someone, they allow you to, it allows you to reflect. It allows you to verbalize what's inside of your heart also, going back to step number 3. So listening to your heart and your mind, and then affirming that you have things, skill sets, if you're here and you're able to breathe and walk, those are all things that are amazing. If you have some funds in your bank, great. What can we do to invest in your future? What are the steps that you can do to invest in your future? So let's be strategic about your resources. Let's be strategic about your relationships with other people, and be very intentional in what you want to do and what you want to get out of your next career step. And whatever you do, don't give up. The more it's like the iceberg, the more you, work at something, eventually you will get there. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a process, but I promise you, stay and stick with it and you will get there. So stay on track and remembering those affirmations and encouragements from others, and surround yourself with positive people that will do that. Positive people that will build you up. And that's going to be very important. So I have an affirmation for you. I know some of you feel weird about this, but don't feel weird, okay? Here's an affirmation, and here's the first one to get you started. I am open to new and exciting opportunities to find my ideal career. That's it. That's a good affirmation. You're open. You're ready. And that in itself is going to be so powerful to say, I am ready for what's coming in my career. I am ready for that opportunity. And the more you tell people that you are ready, and the more you're clear about your intentions, about your career goals, it's amazing what happens. It's almost as if you open up the floodgates of, hey, I'm here for this next step. So definitely you want to be intentional and open, and remember the affirmations. Last but definitely not least is have a growth and abundance mindset. A growth mindset is going to allow you to open up those doors and say, I'm ready for any new changes. I'm ready for this new career. I'm ready for this new opportunity. And there's some really great books out there. I think one of them is The Power of Yes. And really check out some of these books that will help you also get through this process of how do you become and have the growth and abundance mindset to also attract things that will come into your life. And of course, mindset is everything also. Having that positive mindset, that open mindset that you are going to move forward regardless of what is happening in your life, regardless of the obstacles that are happening, because we all have them right now. And so you have to say, I am determined to reach these goals regardless of everything. Trust me. So right now I'm on this health, getting back into shape and making sure that things are great in my own life. So I don't just speak it, I live it. And there are mornings where I don't want to go work out. I'm tired. I have a lot of things going on. But the moment that I say to myself, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make this happen, I feel amazing. And after my workout, I just have the best energy, but it sets me up for success. So you have to remember, what are those things that are setting you up for success, and letting go of the things, again, that are not, or that did not work for you last year. So I don't want you to feel lost. And I know that a lot of you are already getting that clarity. You're starting to reboot your career. But I am here for you. This is, I haven't been on LinkedIn Live in a little while because life happened like everybody else. But I did promise not only myself, but many people that I would go out and reach the people that needed the help, and help as many people as possible as a career coach, and in the process of attaining their goals, elevating their career, and really making sure that they are leveling up this year. I know a lot of you, again, had many obstacles this last year, but the workforce has changed. I used to say, it's changing. It's changed officially. Let me help you through that process. What does your new career look like? Where are there opportunities where they weren't before? Because what's exciting about this time is that you can recreate your career in a way that no one's ever done it before. You create new space, create new jobs. The virtual world is going absolutely crazy. There's so much to be done in this virtual world. So keep track and keep an eye out for the articles and the posts that I'm going to be sending out. I follow a lot of the trends closely, and I consider myself, I'm a Gallup strength certified coach. So I consider myself a futurist. That is my #1 strength, to see beyond and see what's happening in the near future. And I back that up by things that, real articles and obviously data. But this area of virtual world and virtual work space, there is an abundance of space for you to recreate and rewrite and reboot your new career. So follow me at Signature Careers, and we'll focus on your strengths. We'll focus on small wins at first, and then you'll have the big strides. You'll have the big growth moments, and it will happen. So just a little bit about myself. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I worked for many higher education institutions across the country, and I did this because I had the privilege to travel along with my husband, who was active duty military, and that was a very exciting time, but it was also challenging. And so when I speak to clients, I say, hey, I know how you feel. This is frustrating. It's not fair. I had to quit my job every 2 years, and that was really frustrating because I had some amazing places that I worked at. But it also taught me that I had to have that resiliency, and I had to keep moving forward. And so this has been, even this last year has been a time for me to reflect and grow and move forward in ways that I have never done it. And I want you to do the same thing. So this whole month, I'm actually going to dedicate to career reboot topics. How do you get back on track? How do you stay focused? What are some professionals that can get you there? What are some hot topics that are happening also in the workforce? And how can we grow in these topics? As you know, equity, diversity, and inclusion is huge right now. And there's exponential growth there in terms of people getting hired and positions being opened up in this particular area. So I can also help you. Well, how do you navigate that? And do I qualify for one of these positions? So let's have that amazing discussion. And you can click on my link down below. You see Signature Careers, the link to book a free coaching call, because I can help you reflect and really get that clarity that you're seeking this year. But this month it will be exciting. I already have some people lined up that are going to be great. So watch out for them. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'm happy to give, some information, some resources, maybe connect you with someone that you might need to connect with. But this is also, again, a challenging time, but a very exciting time in our time to recreate our story in ways that we've never done it before. Really, at this point, sky's the limit. So thank you for listening, and I can't wait to continue to connect with you and to help you through the process that you need and the clarity that you need. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. But before I do, I'm just going to go over the steps quickly. First step is recognizing that you need to rewrite your story for 2021. And that's just the very first step. The second step is letting go of what didn't work for you in 2020. What didn't work for you, and be resilient. Third step is create your new story from your heart. What's important to you? What makes you excited about your next career step? The next step, step number 4, you will practice daily affirmations and have gratitude of the things that you do have. Step number 5 is have growth and abundance mindset. Growth and abundance mindset. And remember, you're not going to do this alone. You're going to do this with people who will support you. And I am one of those people. Ana Mendes with Signature Careers. Bye now.